Tampa Bay Buccaneers. For the chance to head to Arizona in 2 weeks' time for Super Bowl 57. We are underway now in the NFC Championship. Fielded in the end zone. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers put up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Prescott off play action. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Back deep, Deontay Harris. That's a 43-yard punt, aided as well by a loss on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. 21-yard line. Come on now! Here's Raheem Mostert, the local product from right here in Florida. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
They'll get this quickly out to Claypool. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be 1st because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the 1st half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels.
And it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
And 12. At the 49ers, 26.
This will be caught inside the 10. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Dak's going to keep it. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
At the 5-yard line.
Looking to throw. Prescott. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's in the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Buccaneers 7, 49ers nothing.
Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Taken in the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll need to come from behind if they want to play in 2 weeks as they trail early in this NFC Championship game. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Gets this one to Juszczyk. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Henry Ruggs, 43 yards. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. For Henry Ruggs, he was the fastest runner at the 2020 Combine, ran the 40 in 4.27. That is fast, folks, and that speed in evidence there. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
First and 10. At their own 6.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 37. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll look to throw here on first down. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On second down, Mostert. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Colin Johnson, 28 yards. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Buccaneers 14, 49ers 7.
Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 26.
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. This is caught. Gronkowski. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 23 yards on the play. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Now Jones. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. They did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
3rd and goal here, a big play brewing in this NFC title game. Dak's going to keep it.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Certainly not what they wanted there. No gain, and it's 4th down.
Great job of tackling there to prevent the 1st down.
One of the toughest skills in football, open field tackling. A lot of times one-on-one against a shifty receiver. He got it done in a nice way that time.
For the field goal, a 20-yard attempt.
And the 13-year man puts it through, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Return. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
Hey, reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report in a bit. The coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A gain there of 30 big ones.
And in the run-up to this championship game, so much was made about how would this offense hold up on the road in a hostile environment. Well, that's not the definitive answer, but what a great first answer from them. That big play right there.
Escaping the pressure right.
He'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
They'll run the draw with Mostert. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield.
And they stop him up short of the 1st down as they get him at about the 43. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So on fourth down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt, certainly not what he wanted. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Prescott from the gun. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Gronkowski, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Off the play fake, Prescott. He'll buy some time right. He'll let this go. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now Prescott. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. On 2nd down now, it's Jones, and he'll go down at the 28. 5 yards will get him back to the original line of scrimmage, but now they're looking at 3rd and 10. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship as we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. A play fake as they set up to throw. Flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Blocked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Prescott on 2nd and 10. Open man is Samuel. Complete. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
2nd and 2. Flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throw here out of the gun. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Brandon Ayuk, 34 yards. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Niners. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game.
17. 49ers.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Tyreek Hill, 75 yards as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
Dak Prescott, probably not the first name you think of in terms of strongest arms in the NFL, but he showed it off there.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
Taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency.
He's got daylight. The 40, 20, 10.
One play at a time. Here we go.
The chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
San Francisco.
Raheem Mostert, 78 yards. And the 49ers are back within a score.
Well, Raheem Mostert, we know the story, from special teamer to postseason hero. All he needs is a little bit of space, CD, and he can do the rest.
And this is a play defensively where you're just looking around and saying, what was that? What just happened? You're looking at your teammates, they're looking at you. And let's face it, your defensive coordinator, he's not going to tip his cap to him. That's not how football works, but he probably should have after that run. That was absolutely sensational.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again.
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. But they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was really easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And it'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it a second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. Got his connection complete to Ruggs. He's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10, right at the 40. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And it's incomplete. He was looking for Gronk that time, but it'll be 2nd down.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
We're in the 3rd quarter of the NFC title game. This is 2nd and 10.
They go back to the ground with Jones. And he's going to have this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 32. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll go again to Jones. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
It's 4th down.
Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it. On play action, Prescott. And this is caught. It's pulled in by Gronkowski. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive?
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
One quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Again, it's Jones. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
You can do better than that.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on first and goal. Now Prescott. Gronkowski's got it on the crossing route. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Extra point put through by Succop, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
21.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone.
So quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man. Well, conventional football, football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Brandon Ayuk, the one he was looking for. And now it's second down. They'll throw. Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Colin Johnson there, the intended target.
And it'll bring up third down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
The shotgun, he'll look to throw, escaping the pressure right, and that is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
He can run for it, and he will. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
On second down, Prescott again. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. And now it's third down.
And 10 yards to go.
Throwing, Prescott. Being chased out left. Oh, no, he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He gets it left side to Johnson. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
2nd and 4. Flushed out right. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards the pickup there. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll drop the throw. Going deep for Hopkins. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Now Mostert. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. This is caught. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Chase Claypool. 49 yards. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Jones breaking from the contact. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 11 yards there, first down.
At the 44-yard line.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Oh, he breaks another. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Here's Prescott. Got an open man. It's Ruggs. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. On the delay, Jones. The tackle by Eric Armstead.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jones, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Wait for this. What are you doing?
So here we go, Charles, third down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
They will keep it on the ground. And he's going to be about a yard or two short of the first here. He needed the 35 but didn't make it. Now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Jones, and he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. Ronald Jones unable to get to that imaginary yellow line. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Chase Claypool, the intended target. Third down here. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Man, I've seen that play.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They will take a knee here and cue the celebrations. They are off to the Super Bowl. Charles, let's focus for a second on the losing side. In a couple months, they may look back and say, wow, it was a great season. But right now, I guarantee